everyone. I hope traders and investors alike were green today. Just been another amazing day. It's just been another amazing week in this market. I just want to throw this out there real quick. If you're struggling in the markets and you're not making money in the markets, please reach out because we can definitely help. So we are expecting a push in the market. We did get a little stalling today. Couldn't break that daily 9, but out of the last 10 years, the market has pushed going into July. And what this is, it's starting off, we were expecting a bounce on June 27th. We got a strong move yesterday. So we're able to capitalize on that. Is what this is. It's the end of the quarter rebalancing. There's funds that want to get into certain stocks so they can say that they traded those stocks. So their investors will see that they made money with those stocks, even though they may not have traded them the whole time. If they have positions at the end of the year or at the end of the quarter, then it looks good for them. So we did have some Powell come out. He was talking today, and Powell made some statements about the banks and stuff, speaking at a banking convention. And gotta love the dude, man. He just, he really kicked the market off for us this morning, and we were able to make a lot of money during that. Everybody was making money all over the chat. So during his speech and his time at the convention, he does speak again, I believe at 2 or 2:30 a.m. In the morning, but that won't affect the markets for us. And maybe obviously we'll be trading tomorrow. Hopefully we can get some statements or something. We do have GDP tomorrow, but the market's kind of separating itself from some of this data now. But we're definitely going to keep an eye on it. So let's get started on the charts and try to move through this. You can see SPX weekly. You can see the flag here on the thumbnail. That is the SPY weekly flagging into the weekly 5. That's the moving average is flagging into. This is the weekly 9 here. I don't keep the 5 on every chart. That's just a moving average that we have been incorporating with some of our trading, just watching where it's at, just so we know. And we've been getting a lot of bounces on it as well. Still using that faithful 9. Love the 9 MA. SPX. This is our breadth chart, so this is just SPX on the top with a 5 histogram instead of your average MACD histogram is built around your 9 moving average. This is built around the 5 moving average. Just gives us a different look at it. But we're basically looking at the breadth here, and we did try to push a little bit today, but you can see our moving average did turn down, and I don't like it. It takes a lot to move a daily moving average. That's exactly what this is, and that's why this daily, we follow this line and we use it in our decision making as well. Only for direction. We're short-term traders, so it's not super important to us. I know it's more important to the investors and stuff and the swing traders that are watching the videos. US dollar did have a down candle today, holding that daily 9 there. MACD is bearish, kind of same thing. There's your goose head, except his head's turned upside down. Maybe he's got his head in the water, but you can see it, and that's bearish. Beaks opening up. VIX almost looking like a little diamond down here, holding. Actually, no, it broke below the daily 9 today, so we closed below that daily 9. The VIX is kind of a broken estimate right now. Some say, it's being manipulated by the daily options that are on it, and that could have something to do with it. But I'm not going to look for an excuse. That could be manipulated, but we know what's going on with it, so let's trade it, with what we see on the charts, and you'll be just fine. Crude. Little hammerish candle down here. The body's really big, but you can see the wick come right down in our little zone we have here. Opened up, right on our support level, move below it, bounce right back up in our zone. So we keep an eye on crude with the energy names. It's not really that hot right now, but we can still get some pops on it every now and again to provide some short-term day trades. Very profitable. And we got Apple with an all-new high again. Apple, $3 trillion. With that, we still don't know yet. That all depends on how much a stock they bought back recently. But yeah, it's there, and that could definitely continue to push Apple to the upside. When we hit the 2 trillion, there was a frenzy around it. So maybe we can hear or see a frenzy if we hear that they did hit the 3 trillion mark. You can see the Apple 15-minute chart. Nice push up today. Kind of started to trade this little symmetrical triangle at the end of the day, but we did push up and put in an all-new high. Gold struggling here. Moving, it looks like a little small H cell pattern wants to move lower, and you can see the advanced decline lines turning back down today. So I say seeing some weakness in the sediment charts. definitely. Nice push up here on AMC. We did close above this daily 9. Now we did see some call actions coming in today. So heavy call flow on AMC. For AMC, I mean, not heavy call flow compared to the SPY, but for AMC there was some heavy call flow coming in, and they were seeing a lot of action on the $4 calls. Some on the 450s as well. AMD, nice push up, just like Apple, strong push up, and then this is more of a bottom ascending triangle. You can draw a level line across the top, and you can draw this trend line here. Now, obviously, a little bit of action here is in after hours. So we had this on the radar today. The chips were totally on the radar. That big pullback last night, we knew it was overdone. I mean, I'm sorry, but common sense will go a long way in trading sometimes, and I'm sorry, but we know that they've been banning chips from China and countries that will sell these chips to China. That has already been done. So why anybody would even expect them not to cut these AI chips off, I just don't understand that. So we knew that they would be pushing today. So that was easy money in the chip sectors today. Amazon, nice push up. We've been bullish on this, and it's given us the bullish move that we've been looking for. ARK, you can see the big reversal here and pushing back up. You can see the character change in the stock. I mean, you didn't really get a huge reversal pattern, but look at the candles. The candles got real tight. There was a big battle there, and you can tell that they were, the buyers and sellers were fighting it out. Not huge volume fight, but they were fighting it out. And then you can see it start to move. You can see the buyers had exhausted the sellers. That's what happens when you start to see candles like that. And sometimes, that's exactly why we say stay out of the chop, let them fight it out. And when they fight it out, take advantage of the move. We do not have to get in that battle for which way it's going to move. Let them fight it out, and then let the move happen, and then get in and take advantage of the move. That's when you can be aggressive and make a lot of money without having to put your capital out there guessing on which way they want to take it. AMD, we did fill this gap here, watching that daily 9 to see how it's going to act at the daily 9. Now AMD on the weekly chart, we're still under that weekly 9 there. We need to get back above that before the end of the week if the chips sector wants to move higher. Affirm putting in this little bottom here. You can see how tight the candles there, trying to push back up, but we're still under the moving averages. I'd like to see a little more out of that. Amazon intraday did not trade as well. Strong move at open, and then this one just ripped back down, and you can see it just chopped around there. Didn't really give us anything into the end of the day. You can see Amazon here weekly. We got to clear that weekly 200. MACD still looks good on the weekly. Apple weekly, it's strong. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's huge, huge move. We've been in and out of it, been reaping the rewards on that move all the way up. So, it's exactly what we've been expecting, and just, we're not listening to, we're not looking at fundamentals. We're not looking at what's going on with the economy. We're just following price action and blocking everything else out and just trading what's on our charts, and we're making a killing doing that. Boeing, back into your 9 and 20 there, and then did gap up today and move lower, low close candle. BTU, we lost a 9 here. This chart was really looking good. It still looks decent. Watch this MACD, got to 20, trying to swoop up. We need to reclaim those moving averages. It could just be waiting on the 20. Did not break down today. It just opened up below the 9. Bitcoin, strong week last week. Got a bullish around me there on the weekly chart. And let's go back. I got a little click happy there. Flagging into the 9 here on Bitcoin's weekly. We need to push up. Obviously, we need to break the flag and push up. It's more of a little contraction type pattern than a flag there. If you look, it's not perfect. You could get a small, let's see, you could get a small, like a little rounded bottomish area here. If you drew it out, it's not perfect. And then you could probably, like if you go from here to here, you could get a little cup around the bottomish, and you've broken out of that, trying to push up, come back. This candle here looks really good. It's closed up above that area. So if we can push up above this wick on this weekly chart, we can look for a move up into resistance up around this area right here. It looks like 3,700 area maybe. It's very possible. We got to clear that wick. And Bitcoin Daily, we talked about that. Cisco, it's exactly what we were looking for. Little cup possibly putting in this handle exactly what we're expecting to happen here. Obviously, we're not interested in trading it until it gets up here. Well, if it breaks this, you can get a trade up to your resistance, but we're looking for a possible cup and handle. A big part of trading is understanding, what's happening on the charts. And with enough screen time, you learn what to expect, what a chart's doing, and that's when you become hugely profitable. As long as you have the proper mindset. I deal with a different kind of trading. It's more like, life-changing money versus, hobby type money. We are all about setting that mindset to make an amazing amount of money. And that's what we do. You can see this rounded bottom here. This was the bearish Rami we were asked about, and just didn't feel good about that because of the daily chart. The reason why we didn't feel good, because it looked like it just wanted to put in a handle. So didn't expect much of a pullback on the Harami. Not saying it may not come, but we didn't expect much of a pullback. So right in, you got this CVX, just had this inverted cup and handle, and it's trying to push back up, so that is no longer every pattern needs to be confirmed to be considered a pattern. Communication sector still pushing up. Remember, this was a huge, about a year-long inverted head and shoulders pattern we were watching, and Facebook has a lot to do with that pushing up. Consumer staples breaking back down. Kind of an ugly look there, but Cisco looks really good here. We pushed up, got out of our area. We were worried about this volume profile area being so thick, and we just wanted to get out of it. And you can see we got up above this support level here. This could have been a very nice entry, taking profits on seeing that big red candle. Could have got back in right here at support. Nice move there. And Costco's can pay nicely as well. DraftKings had some news on it this morning. Didn't do so well. We had it on the radar. DDOG, very nice flag break. This, is kind of it's a big flag, but that's exactly what it is. Pulling back into the prevailing trend, breaking out, trying to push up. This breakout today was on expanding volume. That MACD is changing character. DDOG needs to be on the radar. Lily, I've said this and said this and said this, a passive income chart. Ask if you don't understand how to make passive income with that chart, and I will gladly explain it to you. Google, nice rounded top here. This is trying to push back up. Bullish engulfing candle today, but it's got to kind of break out of that little rounded top there. You can see IWM, nice push up here, and that's because of the bank stress test. Probably should have said something earlier about that. Looks like the banks, I haven't had time to dig into it, so I didn't say much about it at the beginning of the video, but it looks like the bank survived the stress test, and you can see IWM pushing up here. You can see it looks like a bad print there. Actually picked up a bad print on the SPY chart as well. They kind of ruined my SPY chart. So we got the Qs here trying to push back up off the 20. Just got to clear that daily 9. Same thing with the SPY. That's what needs to be cleared. You can see this action today. Nice push up, big rip down. Overall, the Qs held in better today. Nice little flag into that 9 there. And you can see we got this. If you look at the Qs weekly, it's turning into a big cup. Exactly what it's turning into. See if we can pull back to this 9 and continue higher. Mara, nice breakout there. Had that one on the radar all week. You got Merck. We had this elf shoe breakout, push up, come back, flag into your daily 9, looking for a break back above that resistance level. See what kind of break we get on that flag as well. Meta, passive income chart right now. Meta intraday, very choppy. Microsoft broke the daily 9 and 20, stuck in between the 9 and 20 right now. Microsoft intraday was pretty choppy there today. That was a rough one to try to trade. Microsoft weekly holding that weekly 9 well. NVIDIA back down to your daily 20 under your daily 9. See which way it wants to go here. We do still have this gap down here, but we could definitely take that 9 back and try to push higher. Not interested until it clears those moving averages one way or the other. You can see NVIDIA here. Nice push at open, and that paid the bills, and it did pull back with the markets. NVIDIA weekly looks like it needs a flag back into that weekly 9. See how it wants to act there. NASDAQ, decent day today for the NASDAQ. We did close right here once again, right at that daily 9. When we pushed up above it, we got pulled back at the end of the day. Netflix, you start to see your goose head happening here. We closed up above this. So what we want to see here is this 9 come down. A lot of traders look for MACD crosses. This is exactly what I look for. I talk about the goose head in the MACD. Same thing with the moving averages. You can see the goose head. We want to see this 9 come down, lay right on that 20, and bounce off that 20, separate from that 20 like oil and water. Qs, push back up nicely here. Still right here in this area. This candle is up above the previous candle bodies right now, but still in the area of those wicks. Roblex had news today. Had an AI conference in it. For a while it was hot, but you can see it pull back here right down on that 9 and 20 on the daily. But you can see it pushed. It had made a strong move in pre-market. SPX daily under the daily 9, same chart. SoFi, nice move here. You can kind of see these moving averages doing this exact same thing. It's what we're looking for. We want to see it hit that 20 and curve back up and follow price up. Nice close back above the 9 there on SoFi. The diamond, not much there today. You can see the weekly, just not much happening there. There was sometimes it did look a little better than the SPY today, though, to be honest. SPY weekly, you can see it's flagging in here. Like I say, the thumbnail is with the 5 moving average. I don't have it on here, but we have flagged right into that 5. We're looking for a flag break. We got to push up above the flag, draw a trend line across the top. And SPY monthly, you can see we have pulled back at the same area. We pushed up in from the Qs here, but we have pulled back a little bit on the SPY. And the SPY daily, good, they fixed that candle. So the SPY daily here, I just had a crazy wick, and I was hoping they would fix it before the video. The SPY daily, we're trying to take out the daily 9. We need to get back above that area. SPY intraday chart, very choppy, big push today, big pullback, put in a multi-bottom down here and push that right into the end of the day. Square trying to push back up, barely, but looks like it closed back above that daily 9. Got to clear that daily 200. Shot putting in the handle just as we're expecting. Tesla had a huge move. It opened, did pull back, and made another nice move, and then finally broke down and pulled back. I didn't trade it today. I do sneak in a few trades on Tesla here and there, pretty much daily, but I didn't trade it all today. Huge day, all SPX today. Into this daily 9, which is my main asset that I trade, is SPX. Tesla weekly, back into the Bollinger Band, still looks good there. I'd like to see that weekly 9 up there, but it's not a fast mover. Tesla daily, right in between your 9 and 20. See how these moving averages act, see if we can reclaim that 9, see if we can get our goose head. Uber, talked about this morning, pointed this out, that we had, opened up right on the 9, and they keep an eye on it, and had a nice push there today as well. Walmart, this is really looking like a rounded top. It's struggling with that 9. Losing the MACD there as well. If you go back and look real quick, that MACD is getting ready to cross. But it's, you can see it. It's really trying to hold in. So this actually has to break down. I want it to break below. If I am to trade this, I'm definitely going to be curious of where the 20 is at the time. But I need these candles to break below that. And if this 20 is higher than that, I need to be below that 20. XLF banks, decent. Actually, I was getting ready to say a decent day, but not a decent day. You can see we actually closed on a low close candle, a tight range. Things have changed there a little bit with the stress test coming in. TLT, the 20-year, this needs to clear this candle to push up. Nice little coil there, though, really. IWM, this is IWM weekly. We are green, trying to push back up. This weekly 9 is crossing your moving averages now to try to push price up. And the daily on IWM, you can see we come down, was a little choppy down here, pull back, and now close back above your daily 9. SPY did not, so that's a great sign, seeing the IWM small caps participation in the market. And this is our put to call ratio, has not updated. That's where we were this morning. It's not been updated yet. This is oscillators, negative 38 in the NASDAQ. They have not been updated yet, neither. You had positive 40.15. That has been updated. So we'll talk more about them in pre-market in the Discord. Other than that, that concludes our video for today. I hope you find this helpful, and please remember, the the key to being a successful trader is discipline. Have a great night, and I'll see everybody in the trading